weird because of the symptoms, but it's rare because it requires bilateral damage. And as we know, there's only so many things that can do that, right? Meningitis, encephalitis, inflammation, edema, that kind of thing. But most of the time we're talking vascular or something one-sided. So, is it rare? Yes, because it requires bilateral lesions. And these are not small lesions that it's got to extend into two different lobes. So, big lesions, and then basically what do they do? Well, there's a variety of things written down there in white. They're better explained on the next slide. They can only focus on one object at a time. So if there's two things on the table, they can only pick out one of them. They have problems tracking an object. And they even sometimes just can't recognize what it is they're looking at. So let's break that down a little bit. Optic ataxia, okay, cannot move the hand toward an object visually. I see the cup there, that's how I'm guiding my hand toward it, okay? It's kind of like dysmetria, right? Remember the dysmetria guy is going to be doing what? He's going to be reaching up, he's going to be going below, that kind of thing. So like the dysmetria guy, he can't grab the cup properly. However, this one is not cerebellum. So optic ataxia, very similar to dysmetria, just not a cerebellar problem. Optic apraxia, on the other hand, inability to voluntarily control where you're looking. So the problem with that is what? They're looking straight ahead, they can't make themselves look left or right easily. So Berlin's patients often just stare straight ahead. They're not looking to the left or right because they can't voluntarily do that. There's a flash of light, they might turn that way, but they spend a lot of time looking straight forward. And the simultagnosia, in this case, it's visual. And what's the deal? Look at a place setting, you can only see the fork or the spoon, but not both. And I had a video somewhere, seems to have gotten lost now on it, but basically it showed the guy at the sink. And he had his shaving cream and his razor and his toothbrush and his toothpaste and his preparation H, and guess what he brushed his teeth with? Well, he didn't let him go that far, but that was it, right? It was a tube, but he had to hunt around for his brush. Okay, at one point he's got the preparation H in one hand and the toothpaste tube in the other, because he can't tell them apart. So how does a guy like that manage? Lack of clutter would be a good idea, right? We're not going to have 25 objects on his kitchen sink or his bathroom sink. He's going to have the toothbrush. And everything will have its own little organized spot, as you can imagine. So, Berlin's is going to be very rare because it requires big bilateral lesions. Optic ataxia, they cannot just simply reach for an object. It's not going to appear the same as dysmetria, but it's the same end result. Can't properly grab the cup. Okay? The apraxia, they just don't voluntarily look any direction. So they will tend to spend their time staring straight ahead.